Every single thing that I've had to do in my entire life has been under a microscope. I've had to live up to a higher standard than you could ever imagine. I've had to do things at the highest possible level. And what, you don't respect me because I didn't pay my dues on the Indies or something like that? Well, guess what? While you were doing that, I was sharing the field with Lamar Jackson, pal. We ain't the same.
It's a lot heavier than you think, and I'm not just talking about the physical weight. It is a privilege to carry the strap, and it's something that I've earned, and I'm not ready to let it go. I'm not ready to stop coming into sold-out arenas nationwide and getting the privilege to say, is it good to be alive on a Monday night in Orlando, Florida, or what? I'm not ready to stop being champion. You're big, you're bad, you're strong, you're tough, you're fast. You got what it takes. But you're right, we're not the same. Because one of us is CM Punk.
Bron Breakker just sent the clearest, most intense warning message to CM Punk in what might be the most fiery face-off we've seen in 2025. Breakker stood face-to-face with the World Heavyweight Champion and delivered a message that shook the entire WWE universe. You don't respect me because I didn't pay my dues on the Indies or something like that. And folks, CM Punk had a response that's now breaking the internet on social media.
And what, you don't respect me because I didn't pay my dues on the Indies or something like that? Well, guess what? While you were doing that, I was sharing the field with Lamar Jackson, pal. We ain't the same.
Let's get into the final chapter before these two warriors collide on January 5th. Alright, let's set the scene. December 30th, 2025, the final Monday Night Raw of the year at the Kia Center in Orlando, Florida. The show opened with The Vision, Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker, and their newest member, Austin Theory. Theory was in the middle of cutting his first official promo as part of the stable when suddenly, CM Punk's music hit. The World Heavyweight Champion walked down that ramp with one mission, to look Bron Breakker dead in the eyes before their championship showdown. Punk didn't waste time. He told The Vision to clear out of the ring because he wanted to speak to Breakker man-to-man, champion to challenger. And what happened next? Pure, unfiltered intensity.
To stop being champion, tough, you're fast, you got what it takes. Someday, somebody is gonna beat me for this. It's gonna be you. See you January 5th!
The tension in that arena was so thick you could cut it with a knife. These two have been building to this moment for weeks, and on this night, everything came to a head. Now here's where things got real. Bron Breakker grabbed that microphone, and let me tell you, he didn't just cut a promo. He delivered what many are calling the promo of his career. Breakker looked Punk straight in the face and said, "You have the audacity to come out here and say I'm just a new guy on the block? That I'm just a new shiny toy? That when I'm under the bright lights at the biggest moment, I'm gonna fail?"
And you have the audacity to come out here and say that I'm just a new guy on the block, that I'm just a new shiny toy, that when I'm under the bright lights at the biggest moment that I'm gonna fail and they're gonna drop me like a bad habit and move on to the next thing.
The crowd was electric. Breakker continued, challenging Punk to go back to the locker room and find anyone like him. Find someone who came into this business with less than a year of experience and took it over. Find someone more committed. Find someone more hungry. And here's the kicker. Breakker called out the elephant in the room. He addressed everyone who says he hasn't paid his dues. He fired back, saying while others were grinding on the indies, he was sharing the football field with Lamar Jackson. He looked at Punk and said, "We ain't the same, pal."
And what, you may not like me because you think that I haven't paid my dues? I know what you see when you look in my eyes. You think that I've had everything in my life handed to me, that everything that I've ever been through has been easy just because of my lineage and where I come from.
But the most chilling moment? When Breakker said, "On January 5th, I am willing to die for that championship. And I know you are too. And I'm gonna let you, because I'm gonna put you in the ground. I'm gonna beat you, and I will become the new World Heavyweight Champion."
On January 5th, I am willing to die for that championship. Good. And I know you are too. And I'm gonna let you, because I'm gonna put you in the ground, I'm gonna beat you, and I will become the new world heavyweight champion.
The intensity was off the charts. Multiple wrestling journalists are already calling this Breakker's breakthrough moment on the microphone. Now, CM Punk is known as one of the greatest talkers in wrestling history, right? But on this night, Punk took a different approach. Instead of trying to verbally destroy Breakker, Punk showed respect.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this,
Punk acknowledged Breakker's hunger. He told him, "You're big, you're bad, you're strong, you're tough, you're fast, you got what it takes." But then Punk dropped the reality check. He told Breakker, "You're right, we're not the same. Because one of us is CM Punk." The champion reminded Breakker that carrying that World Heavyweight Championship is a privilege, not just a prize. It's the responsibility of walking into sold-out arenas every single week and being the guy.
You're big, you're bad, you're strong, you're tough, you're fast. You got what it takes. But you're right, we're not the same. Because one of us is CM Punk.
Punk threw his title belt on the ground and dared Breakker to pick it up, saying, "It's a privilege to hold that title, and I'm not ready to let it go."
It is a privilege to carry the strap, and it's something that I've earned, and I'm not ready to let it go. I'm not ready to stop coming into sold-out arenas nationwide and getting the privilege to say, is it good to be alive on a Monday night in Orlando, Florida?
Then came Punk's final message. "Someday, somebody is gonna beat me for this, but it ain't gonna be you."
And someday, somebody is gonna beat me for this, but it ain't gonna be you.
The crowd erupted. Punk walked out of that ring, leaving Breakker standing there, championship on the mat between them. The visual alone told the entire story. But wait, the story doesn't end there. After Raw went off the air, CM Punk took to Twitter, and his message has now gone viral across social media. Punk posted, "Respect is earned in that ring. January 5th, we'll see who's ready to carry the weight. Hashtag Raw, hashtag World Heavyweight Champion."
I don't want to face this new nice guy CM Punk on January 5th. What I want is the old CM Punk. I don't get that version of CM Punk. I'm gonna take your World Heavyweight Championship, and hell, you know what? While I'm at it, I'll take your wife too.
You talk about how you want 2011 CM Punk, and I'm here to tell you, kid, you can't handle 2025 CM Punk without a lot of help from your friends. If you ever mention my wife's name again, this goes from business to personal. Bring Paul Heyman. Bring the Vision. Bring your mystery masked man. You're gonna need every bit of help you can get to stand a snowball's chance in hell of beating me for this title.
The wrestling world has exploded with reactions. Fans are divided down the middle. Some are saying Bron Breakker absolutely destroyed Punk on the microphone and deserves to be the new champion. Others are pointing out that Punk's calm, confident response shows why he's still the champion. Wrestling analysts are calling this one of the most evenly matched verbal confrontations in recent memory. The momentum is swinging back and forth like a pendulum.
CM Punk understanding what's at stake here. Take advantage of Breakker. Don't allow him to get back into the match. Don't allow him to recuperate. Delivers a knee. There's a running bulldog by Punk. He hasn't even taken off his ring jacket yet.
But Bron Breakker's on the rope, sent to the outside.
Knocked off. Acquired. This time Breakker caught him. What a throw by Breakker. Match earlier on, but
But you still can't take away.
no, not at all. I mean, it's been a hell of a performance by Seth Rollins. I'm sure watching. He's got to be proud of what Breakker's accomplishing.
What time is it, Stu? Is it clobbering time? I don't think so.
And look at that.
No, another great happening now. Bron Breakker with a
You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win.
This deep into the match.
So I'm sure
Like 37
there is
minutes.
a better solution than what you're doing.
He's still talking trash. Oh, look at Breakker. Up top again. Going for the Breakker Snyder. Go!
If you had both contracts in front of you in 2019, and you chose WWE, now fast forward a handful of years later, what made you choose AEW this time around?
It felt like I'd done everything that I was going to do with WWE. I'd worked with people I'd wanted to work, 95% anyway. And it really just felt like they were on a direction and I was on a direction, and they were kind of going separate ways. I wanted to be, with this limited window that I have, I wanted to be involved. I wanted to be there kind of on a weekly basis in order to tell proper stories, in order to, you know what I mean? And it's tough to do that, popping in and out every 3 months or so. And I looked at the roster and I just thought, man, so many people that I've never laid hands on.
Toronto, what I can say is this is my last time in front of y'all. I don't think I can make it another full one to get here again for a match. I'm just being honest with you. But don't let that be a downer, because man, what an experience you all gave me. I will never forget it. I will never forget it. And when I'm 84 years old and don't remember much, you're damn sure I'm going to remember this. Thank you.
WWE Hall of Famer Adam Copeland, known to millions as Edge, has sent a clear message to the wrestling world about why he walked away from WWE to join AEW, and his words might just be the wake-up call the industry needed. After his move to AEW, Adam Copeland took to social media with a powerful message that caught everyone's attention. He addressed the toxic tribalism in wrestling fandom head-on. Copeland wrote, "I don't buy into this odd mentality of one company or the other. It's weird. If you are offended by that, take a walk, get some fresh air and soak up some sunshine. It's wrestling, an amazing gig, but still, it's wrestling. Relax. It's supposed to be fun."
Part of coming here is that I wanted to contribute. I wanted to help, and I just felt like here I'd really be able to do that and have the opportunity to do that. And I look at an entire fresh roster of faces and so many talent that I've never laid hands on before. And that to me, as a person who is driven by challenges, that for me was the biggest thing.
But here's where it gets interesting. He continued with what many are calling a warning to both companies and fans. If you're actually a fan of wrestling and not acronyms, that should make you happy too. What Copeland is essentially saying is this: the wrestling business is better when there are multiple viable options. More companies mean more opportunities for wrestlers, better creative freedom, and ultimately, better content for fans. His message wasn't just about his personal move. It was about the bigger picture of the industry's health.
Wait a minute! Tony! That's Caliber! It's Adam Copeland! Oh my God! It's Adam Copeland! Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. And now the deck is divided in our hands. That's Caliber. How about this?
Copeland.
Now, let's talk about what really pushed Copeland out the door. In his interview with Inside the Ropes, he revealed something that many suspected but few talked about openly. Copeland explained, "For a while there, I didn't know who was in charge. I just didn't know, and it was a little confusing. It was right as my contract was coming up."
So when you want to try and turn an audience on that, it can be difficult. And so in coming back, we all kind of sat down and figured, okay, maybe me as a baby face will be something that can get him hated.
The timing couldn't have been worse. Copeland had spent years negotiating directly with Vince McMahon. That was his process, his comfort zone. Then suddenly, McMahon was gone, and despite WWE assuring him the offer still stood, everything felt uncertain. Here's what he said: "I've always dealt with him, and that's just always the way since my second contract on. It's always been, okay, what do you think? What do you think? Shake hands. That's it."
I don't really care about the reaction besides the reaction live. That to me is the reaction that matters. And live, they were They were into it. And hey, I get it. I do. Because I understand that it can be diminishing returns and all of those things. You also have to know your audience. And you also have to understand that times have changed for good, bad, however you want to look at it.
The leadership change created a vacuum of trust at the exact moment Copeland needed clarity about his future. And remember, this is a guy who's already on borrowed time with his career after his neck injury forced him into retirement years ago. But the leadership confusion wasn't the only issue. Copeland opened up about his frustration with WWE's creative approach to his character. He revealed, "It just became okay. I'm in a year-long program with Judgment Day, but then they'd write me off for 3 months. And then, okay, here I'm back again. It's just a lot of stop-start."
Because that was a lot of the thing too with WWE. It just became, okay, I'm in a year-long program with Judgment Day, but then they'd write me off for 3 months. And then, okay, here I'm back again. And it's a lot of stop-start. And I know the goal was to keep
WWE's strategy was to keep Edge special by using him sparingly, roughly 10 matches per year. While Copeland appreciated the intention, he saw it differently. At nearly 50 years old, with a limited window left in his career, he wanted to maximize his time in the ring. I know the goal was to keep the character of Edge special, and I appreciate that, I do. But I also understand that we don't get much more time doing this, so I want to get in with as many people as I can and have fun.
It's a lot of stop-start, and I know the goal was to keep the character of Edge special, and I appreciate that, I do, but I also understand, we don't got much more time doing this, so I want to get in with as many people as I can and have fun.
The key word there? Fun. And that's where AEW came into the picture. Copeland started having conversations with his friends already in AEW. Christian Cage, FTR, Chris Jericho. Their message was consistent. "Man, you'd have a blast over here." But it was his daughter who sealed the deal with one simple sentence. "Go have fun with Uncle Jay." That moment hit Copeland hard. Christian Cage, Jay Roscoe, has been his best friend for 40 years. The opportunity to end their careers together was too powerful to ignore.
I always just sat there and tried to take everything that I could. But I think back, man, it's like I've wrestled Jimmy Boogie Woogie Man Valiant. I've wrestled Terry Funk. I've wrestled Jerry Lawler, Ric Flair, and Rick Martel, and Bad News Allen, and Owen Hart, and Mr. Perfect. Wow, what is happening? And then I get with the Undertakers and the Shawn Michaels, and then from there it's the Ortons and the Cenas and the Batistas, and then there's the gap. But then I'm able to get back and get in with Rollins, and Reigns, and AJ, and all of those guys. And this feels like a completely new chapter on top of that.
In an interview with CBS Sports, Copeland revealed his conversation with his wife, Beth Phoenix. Beth said, "What's your perfect world?" I was like, "My perfect world is that I end my career with Jay." So suddenly, that perfect world looked like it could be there. It's tough to pass that up. Beyond the friendship factor, AEW offered something WWE couldn't at that point, a completely fresh roster. Copeland had wrestled almost everyone in WWE multiple times over his 25-year tenure. AEW presented matches he'd never had before. Here's something crucial that often gets lost in the narrative. Copeland didn't leave WWE out of bitterness. In his social media posts, he made this crystal clear. "I love WWE and appreciate everything the company has done for me. Always have, always will. They put me on the map, gave me amazing opportunities, and through hard work on both ends, I've been supplied with a wonderful life."
And the couple of things that I saw were pretty dangerous. And we tried them. And just to test and see, how's this going to work? And we're crushing our fingers, and it was, the stability was difficult. And I thought, okay, if you've never planked before, how are you going to get on this thing?
Sure.
Whereas this, you can never have planked a day in your life.
Yeah.
And you can hop on here and do it. And really, more than anything, we're thinking of, okay, a mom who's coming out of pregnancy or has had a C-section.
He described the split as two parties simply outgrowing each other. Sometimes relationships just grow apart, and I feel the WWE and I have just outgrown each other. I wanted to do more. They didn't have much more for me to do. Simple as that. And that's okay. Copeland even acknowledged WWE's perspective. "I kind of got the sense there wasn't really a plan for me in WWE. I get it, because what else do we do? What else is there to do? And after 25 years, I've literally done everything there."
I had to pretty quickly wrap my mind around the idea that this was, I was being told I could never do this